John Darwin was a former prison officer living in Hartlepool. By the early 2000s, he and his wife Anne Darwin were in serious financial trouble. Debt was piling up, and bankruptcy seemed inevitable. Desperate for a solution, the couple came up with a shocking plan: fake John's death so Anne could collect life insurance and pension payouts. The fake death. The disappearance. On March 21, 2002, John went canoeing in the cold waters of the North Sea. Later that day, his canoe was discovered floating near the shore, damaged and empty. Search teams launched a major rescue operation, scanning the coastline and the sea for any sign of him. But John Darwin had vanished. Declared dead. After days of searching with no body recovered, authorities concluded he had drowned. In 2003, he was officially declared dead, allowing his wife to claim life insurance money and pension benefits. But behind the scenes, the truth was very different. The secret life. John Darwin had not died at all. Instead, he secretly returned home and hid in a small room inside a property next door that Anne owned. For years he lived in hiding while neighbors, friends, and even the authorities believed he was dead. Eventually, he began traveling secretly, using false identities while the couple used the insurance money to rebuild their finances. The plan to start over. The Darwins planned to leave the United Kingdom and start a completely new life in Panama. They purchased property there and intended to live under new identities far away from the investigation. For several years, their plan appeared to work. The mistake that exposed them? Their scheme eventually collapsed because of a single photograph. A real estate agent posted a picture online showing John and Anne together in Panama while viewing property. Investigators eventually discovered the image, proving that the supposedly dead man was still alive. In 2007, John walked into a police station in London, claiming he had amnesia and couldn't remember the previous 5 years. Authorities were not convinced, and the investigation quickly uncovered the fraud. The consequences. In 2008, both John and Anne Darwin were convicted of fraud for faking his death and collecting insurance and pension money. They were sentenced to prison in order to repay approximately £680,000. Why this case became famous. The story shocked the public because John Darwin managed to fool authorities for years while secretly living nearby. But after carefully planning the deception for so long, the entire scheme ultimately collapsed because of one simple mistake: a single photograph on the internet.